Hi there, Zam here for NerdTube. I'm here to talk about Loki Episode 3, Lamentis. This will be a spoiler review. I'll be skimming over a few things because I want to just talk about what is important during the course of this episode without giving you too much of a play-by-play. Now, as we all know in the previous episode, both our Lokis escape through a portal, and when they come out the portal, they're in the TVA. They have a little fight within the TVA and with each other, as well as against some TVA members, but the TVA doesn't mind killing both of them off. And then when they go through another portal, they end up on a planet called Lamentis. And this is where we get to know more about our new Loki, the female Loki, also known as Sylvie. This is a character study, a character introduction of the new Loki. We have a lot of interactions between both our Lokis. They don't trust each other. Who can blame them? They're both fucking tricksters. So their guards are constantly up. At the same time, they do need each other. And we find out that they have different abilities from each other. For instance, our Loki, Tom Hiddleston, can't do the enchantment saying, yes, I know about Eric Selvig and all of that shit, but let's just pretend that never happened. He can't do enchantments, but our the new Loki, Sylvie, can. The Sylvie Loki can't do illusions, but our Loki, Tom Hiddleston, can. So they have different abilities to each other, and they have to use each other's abilities to somehow get off this planet, which is doomed for destruction. Because, as we all know, the female Loki likes to hide her tracks by going to different parts of the timeline when there's an apocalypse about to happen, so that apocalypse covers her tracks. But they're a bit stuck in they're stuck in this situation simply because their time travel device is run out of power, and during the course of this episode, the time travel device actually gets damaged, so they can't even use it, even if they powered it up. They realize that history says that there is an ark on this planet, like a spaceship, basically, that never left the planet, and it got destroyed when the planet got destroyed. But now both Lokis are on this planet. They're hoping that their involvement will make a difference and they will be able to leave the planet. But as we see during the course of this episode, that doesn't happen. The episode ends with a cliffhanger of the spaceship that's supposed to be going on getting destroyed, and then what them two wondering what the fuck they're going to do. Now, I do believe the TVA, probably Morbius, will probably save them in the next episode. But during the course of this episode, we got some revelations. One of the ones that made me the most happy was something I kind of guessed a couple of weeks ago. Now, remember the guy who never knew what a fucking fish was, that geezer. Remember him? He said his whole life was behind the desk. His whole existence was to be behind the desk, which made us question what all these staff members who work for the TVA, were they created just as pencil pushers to work within the TVA just to keep the TVA going, or is there more to them? And we find that there is more to them, because the Sylvie variant mentions how she mind controls people, but not everyone is so easy to control, so she has to create an illusion within their minds to keep controlling them, one of them being one of our TVA officers. And she mentions to Loki that this TVA officer had a life several hundred years prior to being a TVA agent. And Loki was surprised by that, because he thought that all the TVA agents were created by the TVA to work within the TVA. But that's not the case. All these agents are actually variants, and that's how they've ended up working within the TVA. Now, there was not more revealed after this, but I did call this a couple of weeks ago, and I'm fucking happy. So what comes from this is very interesting. More revelations. I fucking love it. But the interactions between our two Lokis, our two British Lokis, was pretty cool. The Sylvia Loki, she's more on guard than our Loki is. Our Loki is actually really trying to, offer an olive branch in friendship to the Sylvie variant, whilst the Sylvie variant wouldn't mind killing Tom Hiddleston if she had a chance. At the same time, she knows she needs him, but she doesn't fucking trust him. I know our Loki doesn't trust her for sure, because they're Lokis. You can't fucking trust them. But it's just interesting to see their interactions with each other whilst they're having their guards up, but whilst they're needing each other's help as well, and each other's skills, because they do use each other's abilities to get around a lot of problems, whether it be creating illusions, whether it be doing enchantments on security guards to get past them and stuff like that. It's very cool to see. We do get a couple of interesting fight scenes, which made me wonder, why the hell is Loki struggling to fighting human beings? He's far stronger than them. He should be able to, fuck them over just like that. But alright, I'll go with it to a degree. But overall, this episode was very interesting. It felt, when it did end, I was kind of surprised, because I thought there was a little bit more to give. But then again, I'm sure a lot more will be there to be given to us in the next episode. So we'll see where that goes. But I think this episode was just about understanding who this Sylvie character is without revealing too much, other than the fact that the TVA agents are variants. And there might have been other stuff that was revealed during the course of this episode, and if I have missed that out, let me know, because I've got to fucking go. So thank you very much for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Short and sweet, as how I like it. We'll be back later on for a debate. Have a look at that on our YouTube channel. I'll be talking with the boys and girls of NerdTube who love this show. We'll be doing a debate later on. Please join us for that. Other than that, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to NerdTube and all of that bollocks. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.